Hello guys, my name is Alexandra of Indigo, Tennessee, and today we are here to do a pick-a-card reading. So we are at the end of July, we're almost into August, and essentially what we're going to be doing is kind of giving you a prediction of sorts, not like a prediction of things that may happen, but more of a prediction of what type of energies you may be releasing and or moving into in this next 30 days. So we also have a lot going on for August. We are at the very least going through a Mercury retrograde, but I'm quite sure we are actually going through multiple retrogrades in different planets. If you don't know anything about like planetary type stuff, I'm not an expert on it. I'm not even going to pretend like I am. I know some of the basics of it, like Mercury retrograde, but I don't have all the knowledge. There is a lot of knowledge needed to be an expert in that field, but I do know that we have multiple retrogrades. I'm pretty sure we're also in a Saturn retrograde as well, and Saturn is really all about life lessons and karma. It's a serious energy that rolls over Capricorn and I believe Aquarius as well. So that already mixed with just a Mercury retrograde is it could be a heavy time and energies, not to scare anyone. If you've been doing the work, it probably won't be that heavy for you, but generally with retrogrades, it's a time of facing things that maybe we haven't been wanting to face if we've been putting stuff off. Those are generally the times when it's going to come up for you. So I am also very curious just to see what comes through for this month, because I feel like with all these different placements in terms of, you know, retrogrades and stuff, there's a good chance that there's going to be, you know, definitely some messages that need to come through. So I'm just burning some sage. I'm getting everything ready. We're going to do the traditional, use my tarot deck. I have a oracle deck to use for clarification. I'm going to have 3 piles for you guys to choose from. There will be, of course, a part of the video that shows these piles, and you will have time to pause and see which one calls to you. Always use your intuition. If anything I'm saying in this reading feels like you were having to try and force it to fit what you're going through in your life, this is probably not your reading. Please don't try and make it fit if it doesn't. If I'm not picking up on you in this pick a card reading, that's totally fine. Maybe I'll pick up on you in the next one, but again, always use your intuition to discern what is right for you and what is not. I think it's very important when you're doing, especially these general type of readings where I'm picking up on a lot of different energies, for you to be in touch with your own inner voice, to be able to discern if the things that I'm saying apply to you or not, because you don't want to get delulu either. So I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have a lot to say in terms of like announcements before this video. I had another pick a card video filmed. It was like a romantic how do they feel about you. I filmed it back when I did the money magic group ritual, and I kept having so many issues trying to upload it, so I pretty much just decided I needed to take a break for a second. So but we're back out here now, and I'll try and get to that one eventually. I just feel like maybe for some reason that one didn't need to be posted. Well, I guess, I don't know. But I think that's it. We're going to go ahead and get started, and I will see you in pile 1. Bye. Alright guys, so this is going to be pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. If you need some time to meditate on which pile to choose, feel free to pause the video. And for everyone else, we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose this card, which is Let Two Become One, I don't know what my veins are doing, then we're going to get started on your reading. So we're going to start with tarot, and then if I feel that we need more clarifying cards, we'll use the oracle deck. But let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be asking Spirit, what energies are coming into your life for the month of August? What might you be letting go of? This is not to predict events. This is to predict energies, and I just want to make that very clear, because I don't feel that tarot is a reliable fortune telling tool, but I do feel like it's a very reliable tool for working with your inner voice, your subconscious, and energies. So let's get into it and see what is coming in for group 1 in the month of August. What is happening for group 1 in August? All right, we are starting here with the King of Cups. So already with the Let Two Become One card, it doesn't have to be, but I am feeling very romantic energies because it shows a man and a woman. There's roses. I mean, the wording is Let Two Become One. King of Cups is, well, Cups is about emotions, feelings, and the King to me is like the maturity of emotions. So could also be someone that's offering their emotions. We'll get more cards to see, but they're definitely, from what I'm feeling already, seems to be an emphasis on emotion. All right, we have the 7, the 8 of Swords. Okay, this is about feeling trapped, especially if it involves being trapped in our head, our thoughts. So interesting that you have kind of like these romantic energies coming through, but also anxiety, like being stuck in your head. To me, this also is a card of like mental exhaustion, feeling chained to our anxiety and things like that. Let's see what else comes through. What's happening for pile 1 in August? We have the Ace of Cups, so that's really pretty. The Ace, all aces represent new beginnings. Cups again represent feelings and emotions, so a new beginning of sorts. We'll get more cards to see, but I'm almost feeling that this could be kind of like a new beginning after this 8 of Swords. Like feeling really trapped in your head, feeling very mentally exhausted by your thoughts, anxiety, things like that. But there being like this new beginning in terms of emotion that I feel like kind of helped you step out of those energies if that's something you have been going through. Yes, that's clarification. We have the Chariot. The Chariot is about moving forward. I can't really give more explanation to it than that. It's just about forward movement. If things have been stagnant, moving ahead, you know. So let's see. Okay, we had the Ace of Wands come out, another ace, another new beginning. Wands is fire energy, so passion, romanticism. Let's see, what's another word I'm thinking of? It's movement, brain. It'll come to me. I'm not going to force it, because if I try and force it, then I'm going to sit here forever trying to remember. I'll go back to that. Fiery, passionate energy, though. New beginning in that way. You also have the Strength card. Strength is pretty self-explanatory. Overall, what I'm seeing so far, we'll get some more cards, but I feel like there's been some type of stagnant energy within your body, within your life. Like something has been stuck. And I feel like it has a lot to do with your thoughts, your brain, mental exhaustion, anxiety. Again, like that's coming through really strong. With this 8 of Swords card, they're like blindfolded, so they can't really see. So it's also feeling like you can't see something, like you feel like a situation is hidden from you or something is just not fully out there in the open. But despite that energy coming through, it is surrounded by the King of Cups, emotional maturity, the Ace of Cups, new beginnings in terms of emotions. And with the Ace of Cups too, I see this as a card of like my cup overfloweth. That's the quote that always comes to me when this card comes out, because it's having so much emotion in this new beginning that it's overflowing into other parts of your life as well, but in a good way, in a positive way. The Chariot, forward movement, Ace of Wands, another new beginning, but with passion and romanticism, fiery energy coming through, and then Strength. So I feel like the Strength card here is saying that it is going to take strength to get you out of this 8 of Swords, okay? This isn't going to be something that you can just not do any work and just expect things to change. There is, with the Strength card, to me, a message of saying, maybe not necessarily that you know what has to be done, but you know something has to be done. You know there has to be some type of change in order to move forward, in order to get these new beginnings. Yeah, it's going to take work. It's not going to be something that you can just sit back and let happen. It's going to take effort on your part as well. But I see that in the month of August, you are going to have the strength in order to make these changes, in order to have this forward movement, okay? And I do see it bringing about these new beginnings for you, you know, things becoming unstagnant. We have the Devil in reverse. So to me, this is a good sign, because whenever the Devil comes out upright, this is not a great card. It's about addictions, it's about obsessions, it's about being chained to things that do not serve you. With it coming out in reverse, and because of all the other cards that are here, to me that tells me that it's a healing of that energy. It's a healing of things that have been keeping you stuck in place. So what could be keeping you stuck in this Eight of Swords energy here could be bad habits, addictions, obsessions, doing things that we know are not good for us, but doing them anyway. I've got blue on me somehow. I don't know where that came from. But it's in reverse, so it's like breaking those chains, breaking free of that, breaking free from this mental prison. I feel very like empowered energy coming from this reading, because I feel like there is a strength here that has been required to break these chains, to do this inner healing, and it's bringing about new beginnings for you. It's bringing about better energy. All right, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Interesting. So swords again represent the mental, logic, thoughts, that type of energy. It's in reverse. What I'm hearing from this being in reverse is, I feel like it's like not being so much in your head. Because I will say, normally when I pull the Queen of Swords, this is a card of like, to me, this is someone who is verbalizing what they want, is quick to tell their truth, things like that. But because it's swords, and because there's the Eight of Swords, and it's in reverse, I'm getting this feeling of it being like a coming out of the swords energy, like healing being too much in the mind and not enough in the other aspects. Let's see what else is happening for Pile 1 in August. Yes, okay. The Hangman. The Hangman makes a lot of sense with these other cards. It's about a pause. It is about things in life not moving forward for us, because we have to first see things from a different perspective before we can move forward again. It's pretty much the universe putting a halt on something within your life, because you need to view things in a different way. You need to, it's just, you need to see something in a different way than how you've been seeing it, okay? And so you can't move forward until you get through that process, is what I'm hearing. So I feel like this again goes with the fact that this is the energy that's been going on, and this is the energy that is being transmuted in the month of August. There's definitely this stagnant, like, need to be reflective energy that is requiring strength on your part to do so. But I feel like if you do that work, then you're bringing in a lot of new beginnings for yourself. You're bringing in being able to feel like you're moving forward again. I'm going to, and on the bottom of the deck here, you do have the Justice card. This can represent legal situations, doesn't have to, but overall what I feel with the Justice card is it's balance in the scales, right? Something in this energy currently is not balanced. It's not balanced at all. And that's why there's so much mental exhaustion. That's why there may be racing thoughts and overthinking. It's an imbalance. It's being chained to these things that are not good for us. But the Devil's in reverse. The Chariot is here. There's multiple aces. There's a Strength card. It's like the King of Cups, actually. Let me go to that real quick, because I said the King of Cups is emotional maturity to me. Okay? I feel like this is what am I looking for here? Excuse me. It's you becoming more in touch with your emotions in a mature way. I feel like what I'm hearing is there might be like some immaturity when it comes to how you're processing your emotions right now, or what you're doing about things involving your heart. And I feel like that's putting you in this Eight of Swords energy because you're not in a mature place when it comes to your emotions at this time. You could be indulging in things that are not the best for you, and that's an immature way of handling your emotions, because your impulses, that is an emotion, and you do have to have the strength here to not indulge. But I feel like you may be in an energy where you have been indulging, and that's why everything's not balanced. That's why you can't move forward. I feel like with the King of Cups here, this is a message of saying, as you do this, as you have this strength to break yourself from these chains, to embrace the Hangman energy that is right now, and see things from a different perspective, as you become more emotionally mature and more grounded with your emotions, that is going to help you move forward. That is going to, allow the Chariot and these new, these aces to come in and give you new energy, things that you're inspired to move forward into. And again, with the Justice card, balance in the scales as well. It's not balanced right now, for sure, but I feel like if you have the strength to do these things that are necessary, the scales will be balanced, and that will shift things in your favor emotionally. All right. So what is happening for pile 1 in August? I cannot take half the deck. We have share your thoughts, and we are all connected. Interesting. Okay. So definitely, like I already said, there is some type of energy that is showing me like your thoughts being very emphasized in this spread. Let's see. And we do have let two become one. That was your card, right? I feel like part of the reason you may be unbalanced in this energy here is because you might be picking up on other people's energy as well. Because we have share your thoughts. We are all connected. And we definitely see that there's like this imbalance here within the mind. Feeling trapped because of the imbalance in your mind. That's why, again, why I feel like the Queen of Swords came out in reverse, because it's this energy of like needing to get out of the head, needing to not be stuck in that mental exhaustion. Yeah, I think there could be something coming through. There may be some type of like revelation that comes to you in the month of August, where it could be like, that's where that was coming from. That's why I was feeling that. That's why I was having those thoughts. You may realize that there might be more outside forces affecting what's going on in your mental and your emotional space, especially if you're someone that's sensitive to energies, which I understand, I relate. You may realize that some of the stuff you've been feeling and going through isn't all you. Not to say that it's not you, because you do need to take responsibility for yourself as well. But I do firmly believe that at the same time, if you're a sensitive person to other people's energies, then you can pick up on that stuff. You can absorb that stuff. And so I kind of feel like this is a message to you to maybe do some cleansing work, maybe work on Having firmer boundaries. The Queen of Swords is in reverse. The Queen of Swords upright is someone who has really firm boundaries, okay? She does not take people's shit. It's in reverse. I feel like, and it's clarifying the Eight of Swords. You have Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel like some of this is you don't have good energetic boundaries here as well. And like I said, you have the Let Two Become One card. I'm hearing this message of like you're picking up on other stuff more than you realize, and it's affecting you. And there might be this need to do some energetic cleansing, okay? To ground yourself, because I feel like if you are taking on someone else's energy, it's a lot. It's a lot that you're taking on from them. That could be the Justice as well, like having this realization that some of this stuff that's been bothering you is coming from an outside source. I don't think it's malicious though. Like, I don't think that if you are picking up on someone that they're intending to cause you any type of harm, but you could be connected to someone, especially with this Let Two Become One card, because to me this shows like you're connected to someone and you're picking up on their junk, and it's affecting you, and you may be misinterpreting some of this junk that's theirs as your own. Doesn't mean that you don't have junk, because I do see that you have some of your own junk, which is why you are picking up on this. Could be picking up on someone else's junk as well. It might be kind of like a mirroring thing, but I feel like with the share your thoughts, like I said, there could be something that happens in the month of August, that something shared with you that makes you realize like, oh, I've been connected to more than just myself. And that could be a justice for you. That could help you be able to deal with this stuff better, because you have this relief of, oh, that's where it was coming from. And not that it wasn't all, that it was all coming from that, but it could help you be able to process this stuff better. Because the King of Cups, they're emotionally mature. They can process their feelings, With all these other cards, it almost feels like maybe you haven't been able to really process what's coming to you or what you're feeling. And that's what's causing a lot of this turmoil in your life at this time. And so if you have something come to you in the month of August that makes you realize like, oh, maybe that has been contributing to why I'm feeling this, and that's going to kind of give you the push and the strength to continue working on putting those boundaries in, and maybe needing to break some chains here in order to not pick up on other gunk. But again, like I said, I don't think it's malicious. Let's see. That's too many cards, so I'm going to put that back up. What is happening for pile 1 in the month of August? Yes. Ooh, what did I just say? Respect your boundaries and see the truth. Yeah. You need better boundaries. But I feel like in the month of August, you're going to see that. I can't say what exactly will happen. I'm not here to predict events again, like I said, but I feel like energetically, it could even just be you realizing, or like maybe the universe will like show you stuff specifically to just help you realize that, hey, you've got other stuff you're picking up on. Yeah, I feel like in the month of August, you're going to see why you have been feeling all these things, why you've been stuck in this energy. And again, that goes with the Hangman as well. We can't move forward until we see something from a new perspective. Maybe what you need to see in this situation is that you are absorbing something that is not necessarily fully coming from you, that could be coming from someone else. And again, maybe not someone that even means to put you in this type of energy, but you could just be very sensitive, especially if it's someone you're close to. It could be that there's someone you really care about and you're picking up on their stuff because you really care about them and you're close to them, and it's just kind of bubbling into your personal life, your personal thoughts, and it seems like it's hard for you to find the line between what you're feeling and what you're picking up on from other people and situations. Yeah, see the truth. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. There's gonna be, I feel like, revelations in the month of August. I don't know what they're gonna be. I don't know how they're gonna come to you, but I feel like there's an energy of you starting to see things differently, and that's what's gonna help this movement for you, because seeing those things, seeing more of the truth, and realizing where you need to put your boundaries up is gonna help you move forward. Doesn't mean it will necessarily be easy, because this could be, you know, there is this devil energy influence, and the thing about the devil is it's like, we know we're not supposed to indulge in it, but it might feel good to indulge in it. So it could even be that you being connected to this person is kind of, or a situation, doesn't have to be a person. There's just some type of energy you're indulging in that may not necessarily be like the best thing for you to be doing, but something about it might also be very compelling as well. And so that's why I feel like there is this strength card, because it's like you're gonna have to have this strength to stop yourself from indulging in this energy, to learn to have these boundaries with other people and other situations, and to not allow all these other things to soak up into you and affect you personally. But again, I feel like when you do that, when you have these revelations, when you see the truth, when you start putting these boundaries, when you trust your inner strength, right? I feel like you are going to have forward movement. You are going to have these new beginnings. You're going to feel very emotionally light again. I feel like there could be a lot of heavy emotion right now with the fact that there's the Eight of Swords of feeling trapped. But you have two aces about new beginnings. You have the Chariot about moving forward. And you have the King of Cups about emotional maturity and being in a grounded place when it comes to your emotions. So if you're struggling with any of those things currently, I feel like in the month of August, it's going to be transformative for you in terms of this situation, which, like I said, we're in so many different retrogrades right now. We're going to be forced to deal with stuff if we're not dealing with it. So this could be one of those things that the planets are like, hey, you're not dealing with this the way you should be, so we're going to have to make it known to you where this stuff is coming from so you can deal with it better. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like it's a justice, it's a karmic balancing for you to be able to understand why you're feeling these things, to be able to have these revelations, and to be able to have the strength to put better boundaries up, whether that is energetic boundaries when it comes to picking up on other people, or if you like literally have to tell someone, you know, no, we're not doing this. But once you do that, it's like balancing the scales. It's helping you move forward. It's something you need to do, and that's why it's coming up this month, because you haven't been doing it, and the universe is telling you you need to be doing it. It's not good for you to not have these boundaries. You're taking in a lot, okay? All right, so that is what I'm getting for you, pile number 1. I hope that resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, I do online readings where I record a video like this and send it to you. I also do in-person readings if you're local. You can reach out to me for information about either one. If not, that's totally cool. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose this card, which is Make the Sacrifice, then this is going to be your reading for what energies you might be able to expect coming into your life or maybe leaving your life in the month of August. Once again, I want to give a disclaimer that we're not looking for specific events. I'm not trying to use this as a fortune-telling device. I am just trying to pick up on the energies that could be moving throughout your life in this next 30 days. I don't think tarot is a reliable fortune-telling tool, but I do think it's great for connecting with your subconscious, your inner voice, your guides, energies, that type of thing. So that's the intention of what this reading is. So just want to clarify that for you guys. And as always, take what resonates, and if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. So we're going to start with my tarot deck. As usual, I'll get some cards from there, see what comes through, and then I will finish up the reading with some clarifying cards from my Messenger Oracle that I've just been really drawn to use lately. I haven't been drawn to use an Oracle deck in a long time, so I do have to say I am having fun having a deck that I feel called to use, but we'll get to that one a little bit later. We're gonna burn some cedar from my property to cleanse the energy after the last reading. Definitely feel like all these retrogrades are playing into the readings, though. I can already see there being like some stuff that's being revealed in order to do healing and move forward. So I'm curious to see what the next one's gonna be. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Spirit, what is happening for pile number 2 in the month of August? Ooh, right away. Empress. You have the Empress card. That's a pretty card. The Empress is a beautiful feminine energy, okay? It represents what we generally associate with feminine energy, which is being able to create things, birth new things, being creative, being nurturing. It's a very abundant, gentle energy, but also with tremendous potential to bring what they want into reality as well. So starting off with a really pretty energy, but let's see what else comes through. What is happening for pile 2 in the month of August? Two of Cups, okay. Two of Cups is the Soulmate card. Don't know what that means, but we'll keep going. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is someone who well, we have the Four of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone who, they voice their opinion. They don't take shit. They have boundaries. They are quick to tell you what they want and what they don't want. The Four of Swords is a reflective energy. It's resting. It's trying to contemplate things, to figure things out, but very much resting. It's a very big keyword for the Four of Swords. It's clarifying the Empress, which is interesting. Let's see what is happening for pile number 2. Four of Pentacles. This is a card where we're holding we're holding on to something that does not serve us. We need to let it go. When it's holding on to something so tightly that it's actually restricting us from getting what is meant for us. So I already kind of felt that coming out with the Queen of Swords, because like I said, the Queen of Swords, she's quick to cut things off. So, and you have make the sacrifice. So I'll tell you what I'm hearing right away. What is it that you need to cut out of your life? What is it that you need to sacrifice in order for you to reach your true potential as the Empress energy? Doesn't have to be male or female, just the energy. That is something that you're reflecting on. You have the Four of Swords, clarifying the Empress. We have make the sacrifice as the overall theme. You're trying to reach your full potential. You're trying to create the things you want. You're trying to live your dream. But there's a blockage, okay? I see that very clearly. And there's this very like, is there something that I need to let go of? Is there something that I need to heal? And I feel like the answer is yes. We have the King of Cups. This is emotional maturity. Okay. See, I feel very conflicted energies here, because you have the Two of Cups, which is a beautiful card. It's a soulmate card. It's about a divine union. Doesn't have to even be romantic. It could just be that there being some type of profound connection between two people. This could be friendship. Soulmates don't have to be romantic. But this is someone that you feel a deep bond to, but it's like it's the clarifier is the Four of Pentacles. It's holding on to it. It's restricting it. And then you have the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups, which are kind of conflicting energies to me here, because the Queen of Swords is someone who takes no bullshit, who is quick to cut ties if needed, who can come across as a little blunt and sometimes even rude in excess. Doesn't have to be. The Queen of Swords is just someone, I mean, they're blunt. They're not going to sugarcoat things. They're going to tell you like it is. But then you have this King of Cups, and this is emotional. This is just very emotional, which to me is like very different from Queen of Swords energy. Not that Queen of Swords is a bad energy by any means, but the Queen of Swords is more logical and the King of Cups is more emotional. What I'm hearing with these two cards is you are in conflict with your mind and your heart about something, and that's why there's this deep reflectiveness, because you're trying to figure out which voice you're supposed to listen to. And it has something to do with this Two of Cups, but it's like you're also holding on to this Two of Cups too tightly, and it could be restricting it in some way. I don't know. I mean, it could be a legitimate, like a relationship with someone, you know, like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it's like holding on to it so tightly. And the Four of Pentacles is like we're holding on to it so tightly because we're afraid to lose something. So it's like I'm hearing that you need to sacrifice something, but I'm also hearing that like you don't want to sacrifice something. So that's why I'm saying it's like very conflicting energies. We have the Temperance card. The Temperance is about healing. It's about balance, which you might need if you're in conflict with both of these energies. It's clarifying the Empress and the Four of Swords. I think you're trying to achieve balance. That's why this is coming through. I do feel like you are trying to balance this mind and heart type thing within yourself. And that's why the Temperance card is coming through here with the Empress, because it's like you are trying. It's not that you're not trying. You are trying. I want to make that very clear. You're not just sitting here on your ass not doing anything, but it's like still not being able to exactly figure out how to move forward with this. Ooh. We have the Five of Swords. Okay. All right. So there is something that you may have seen as a Two of Cups relationship. Something happened though. The Five of Swords is a card where, I'll just show this image here. The Five of Swords shows this individual who they seem real happy, don't they? Because they got swords and these other people dropped their swords and walked away. So it's just them standing with the swords now. So they're feeling real good about themselves. Feeling real good that they're the only person standing with swords. But the reason that they're the only person standing with swords is because the other people were like, it's not worth the fight. It's not worth it. This is egocentric. I'm not being involved in this. And so this other person feels like they won. Oh, I won. They walked away. That person didn't walk away because you won. That person walked away because they chose their peace over your bullshit. So I feel like there is something here that felt like a Two of Cups, right? That feels right in a lot of ways, but there's something that's a Five of Swords energy that's coming up in this connection. And that is why there is this conflict of head and heart. And do I need to sacrifice this? But also, I don't really want to sacrifice this. Now, this could be something with the Four of Pentacles. It could be something that has to do with your career. This could be someone that financially benefits you to have them around. It doesn't have to be, but for some of you, I feel like it could be. And so that could be another reason where it's like, oh, but it started off so good. This person helps me financially. Like, it could be a job or a work associate, something like that. And it's like, but they're showing some stuff that I'm not really cool with. Okay. That's the energy I'm getting. It's like, I feel like Spirit has been telling you need to sacrifice this, but you're not letting go of it. And so it's just going to keep getting louder until you do what you need to do. Because we'll get some more cards, but I feel like the reason this is all coming out this way is because, yeah, there's some type of energy going on here that isn't quite what it should be. We have the Eight of Wands. It's clarifying the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. This is fast-moving energy. Yeah, I feel like this is like trying to make a decision, trying to figure out where does this energy need to go? Where does my attention need to go? I feel like your energy is that you're trying to do what's right. You're trying to be the Empress. You're trying to have balance. You're trying to have the Temperance energy. You want to believe in this Two of Cups, but something has happened that has made you be like, I don't know. Is it the Two of Cups though? Because that's Five of Swords energy, and that's not really supposed to go with the Two of Cups energy. But you're still holding on to it because you're not really ready to find out if this is actually a Five of Swords connection. Yeah, so there's a lot of contemplating, for sure. A lot of contemplating. But yeah, I feel what I'm feeling now. Of course, don't get triggered. If what I'm saying does not resonate with you, you do not have to take it. Don't have to take it. Just want to make that clear. What I'm seeing, if you do resonate with this, is that, yeah, this person is showing some red flags. And I feel like we have to make the sacrifice. Something needs to be sacrificed. I feel like whatever this is, this relationship, this situation, it's going to block you from this Empress energy if you continue to hold on to it. Because this Four of Pentacles, this is not something that we're supposed to be holding on to. It's something we are holding on to despite the fact that it's not good for us to be holding on to it. I feel like Spirit is saying, like, you know. So, I mean, it's up to you what you want to do with that. But I feel like you're seeing the signs, you're just not fully ready to accept them, is what I'm hearing. But again, if you don't, it's just gonna keep getting louder. I'm hearing the call is coming from inside the house. All right, heed the messengers. That's pretty on point. I feel like what I've been saying, right? Like, you know, you're getting messages, you're seeing things, you're just like, oh, maybe I didn't actually see that. Maybe that's not what this is. Maybe I can explain it. No, honey, you cannot explain it in a way that's going to make it healthy. This isn't benefiting you. This is not benefiting you. Something needs to be sacrificed, you know, and it needs to be soon. I feel like with the Eight of Wands here, this is because this is quick energy. This is saying, like, yep, wash away your burdens. The longer you hold on to it, the longer you hold on to this, the more burden it's going to have you holding and carrying. And you need to wash it away. You need to wash your hands clean of it, is what I'm hearing. Wash your hands clean. Start over. It may be hard. It's like, I'm getting this energy of like, it's a disillusioned energy. It is, but it started off so good. Maybe, you know, well, maybe they're doing it for this reason, or maybe they're doing it for that reason, or maybe it's not really as bad as I'm making it out to be. But what I'm hearing is like, yeah, it's not good. You need to hear the messages. You need to wash your hands clean of this person or this situation or like whatever this is. Spirit seems pretty firm about that. So again, not to trigger anyone, but I'm also like, if I see something in a reading, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not here to lie to you. August is the month for making change with all these retrogrades, okay? August is the month for not being able to continue, not being able to continue like pretending that we don't see stuff that we clearly are seeing. We just don't want to see it. There's too many planets in retrograde for you to be not being honest with yourself. Let's get one more. Okay, one more. You were born to create. That's beautiful. we have the Empress here. You have beautiful energy. You have beautiful, creative, able to birth new things into reality energy. You don't need to hold on to this false Two of Cups energy here. Because if you do that, like I said, you're blocking your own potential. You're blocking your own ability to bloom and prosper and grow. And that's why Spirit is being so adamant, being so firm about like, hey, wash this away, hear the messages, because they want you to step into your power. They want you to do what you were born to do, which is to create, to do beautiful shit. Not hold on to connections or situations that don't serve you and block you from being able to create those things. Yeah, I don't feel like I can make it any more clear than that. You know what you need to do. You've seen it. You are just not ready to make that shift, and it's scary and it's hard, and especially if it's something you're comfortable with, and I see that's why you're holding on to it, because it looked a certain way before it looked this way. But that's not what it is. If it was what you initially thought it was, then Spirit, your messengers, your guides would not be telling you to let go of it. It's the fact that it's not. And it doesn't necessarily mean, like, I'm not necessarily saying this is like an evil person or an evil situation or like there's malicious intent or anything like that. It doesn't even have to be like that. It could just be that it's just not exactly what you thought it was going to be. And sometimes we just have to accept that maybe the person or the situations that we felt very hopeful about in the beginning are just not exactly what we thought they were going to be in the long run. And it can be a hard truth, especially for someone that's not ready to accept that. But I feel like you are in a very reflective energy with the Four of Swords. You are trying to be balanced, despite the fact that you might be holding on to this. I still see an initiative on your part to see the truth, to try and figure out what's best for you. And I feel like that's why there's these other cards as well, in terms of, you know, like you have the Empress, you have the Temperance, you have the Four of Swords. These are really good cards. These are great energies. And Spirit does not want you to sacrifice your inner light and your Empress energy for something that is not going to serve you, that's not going to assist in that. Yeah. I don't feel like there's anything else really. I just feel like, I think at the end of the day, you know. I think deep down, you know. You may be kind of repressing it, but you know. And you need to listen to it, because that's, you know, your guides, your inner voice has been trying to talk to you, and I think you're listening, but you're kind of tuning it out, and that's why they're like, it's just going to get louder. It's just going to get louder. If you keep ignoring it, I'm just going to get louder until you hear me. You don't want to end up in like a tower moment. You know, when you pull the Tower card, it's where pretty much the universe had to intervene, because they had been giving you signs. They had been showing you, hey, this tower cannot stay on this foundation. It's a faulty foundation. It's got to come down in order to build something more stable. And the thing with the Tower card is, it's like you can either leave the tower before it comes down, or you can come down with the tower, but it's coming down either way. And I feel like you're not there yet, because I do think you are a little more open and receptive than a Tower card energy. But it's like, if you don't make that change, if you don't set those boundaries, if you don't do what needs to be done, it could be something like that. That's what I'm hearing. You know, like you don't want it to turn into that. So get ahead of it before it gets to that point, is what I'm hearing. So that is all I'm getting for you, pile number 2. I hope that resonated with you. I hope it gave you some insight. If you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, I do online readings, which are pretty much like this. I send them to you guys. I also do in-person readings if you're local. If not, that's totally cool. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose this card, which is the Seek the Lesson card, then this is going to be your reading for what type of energies you could expect to be coming in or out for the month of August. Once again, I want to give a disclaimer that I am not a fortune teller. We are not looking for specific events or things that will be happening. I am instead using tarot as what I believe it to be the best tool for, which is connecting to your subconscious, your inner voice, your guides, and energies. So we're just going to kind of get an idea of what kind of energies may be coming in, what you might be letting go of, that type of thing. And if it resonates, feel free to take it. If it doesn't, please don't force this to fit your situation if it doesn't sound like your situation. Use your intuition to discern. It's very important. All right. So I'm going to, of course, as usual, use my tarot deck. I have an oracle deck that we will also use. I'm going to burn some cedar for my property before we get started. And just to give a heads up to you guys, the first two readings, like I said it in the second one before I did the reading, and I ended up being right about that. This month's readings, they're about truth and needing to deal with stuff. So if there's anything you've been putting off that you haven't been dealing with that you need to deal with, it's probably going to come through in this reading, because so far that's what it's been. And it's not bad, it's just, you know, when you're going through all these type of retrogrades, this is a time where the universe is really bringing up stuff that you may have repressed or chose not to deal with, or maybe just haven't had time to deal with. That happens sometimes too, where we go through things and we're not really in the space to process it, and then we have to process it later on. That's kind of the energy I'm getting for the month of August, is it's stuff that's been under the surface that's ready to come up, and so we have to deal with it. There's no putting it back for this month with all these different retrogrades of all these different planets. So just want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. Like I said, they haven't been bad. They've just been honest. And I always try to be an honest reader. You know, I always say I'm not here to lie to you guys. I'm not here to make all the readings sound super, super pretty and nice. I mean, I do my best to give the messages in not like a hurtful way or anything like that, but I also feel that it's important to tell the truth, because not everything is butterflies and rainbows all the time. And I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done within shadow selves as well. And so I am here to try and give you readings of both for wherever you're at in your life. So, all right, that's enough rambling. So for pile number 3, we have Seek the Lesson as the overall theme. We're gonna get tarot to start with. So Spirit, what is pile number 3 gonna have happening in the month of August? What is happening for pile number 3? We have the 6 of Cups. This is about the past. So kind of perfect that this card came out. Seek the lesson. The past, we're in retrogrades. We'll get more cards to see, but I'm already feeling like this could be stuff from the past resurfacing, because there's some type of lesson that you need to find in it. And that's kind of like I just said before I started the reading, with all these retrogrades and stuff, if we haven't dealt with stuff, if there's things under the surface that we have not learned our lesson from, retrogrades are a really big time about bringing those things up for us to deal with. And so already I feel like that's a big theme for your reading. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is about the wheel of life shifting in a new direction. And then we have the Sun, which is a beautiful card. The Sun is about joy, optimism, happiness, lightheartedness, youthfulness. I feel like there's something from the past that needs to be dealt with, so that way you can step into a more lighthearted energy. It's like something from the past needs to be transmuted, so that way the Wheel of Fortune can shift into the Sun energy for you. But we'll get some more cards to get more information about this. What is happening for pile 3? That's way too many. I'm not taking those. What is happening for pile 3 in the month of August? We have the 3 of Wands. This is a very reflective energy. Again, seek the lesson. 3 of Wands is about looking out onto the horizon and trying to figure out where we go next, what we need to do, like trying to see the full picture of a situation. So I feel like what this is saying is, it's like there's something from your past that's bubbling up in the month of August, that it's like you're having to look at it again and figure out, like, why did I go through this? What do I need to learn from this? Because it's not completed. The wheel has not been able to shift for whatever this lesson is yet, because you have not learned it, is what I'm hearing. And it doesn't mean that it's like a bad or negative thing. It's just, you know, sometimes there are things that we don't deal with right away, and so whenever we have things like retrogrades, that's a good time for them to come up. We have the World clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. This is another card about completing a cycle and moving into something new. The Wheel of Fortune and the World are really kind of similar energies to me. The Wheel of Fortune is about, you know, a new life going in a different direction, and the Wheel of Fortune is about us completing a cycle successfully to be able to move into a new cycle. So yeah, definitely an emphasis on there needing to be something that you need to like reevaluate from your past. We have the Hermit card clarifying the Sun. The Hermit is about going within, again, going within and trying to seek the lesson. This is a very reflective group, I feel like you guys, if you resonate with this pal, y'all are doing the work. There is no, you're not half-assing this at all. You are going within, you are reflecting, you're like really looking back on stuff you've been through and trying to figure out why you went through those things, you know, what can you learn from those things. And I don't feel like it's a painful energy. I mean, I guess it could be a little bit for some of you, but I don't necessarily feel that. I just feel like you may be in the month of August just in a very reflective phase in your life where you're just trying to understand things that you've been through, how they've affected you, how they are continuing to affect you. It's just like you're really in self-discovery mode, and part of that is looking at your past and figuring out like why you did those things, especially if it's things that you don't want to continue doing. You have the Empress here, beautiful energy to come through. The Empress is a divine feminine energy, doesn't have to be male or female. This is just talking about the energy generally associated with feminine energy, and that is being nurturing, being extremely creative, being able to birth new things into reality. It's just an overall really beautiful energy, and I feel like all of this self-reflecting and trying to understand things about your past and understand why you did those things or why you went through those things, it's like it's really contributing to you being able to step into this Empress energy. We have the Ten of Cups, which is another beautiful card. We have the Ten of Cups clarifying the Wheel of Fortune and the World. So these are two cards about life going in new directions, finishing cycles, going in new directions. And then you have the Ten of Cups, which is like happy family life card. It's getting your wishes fulfilled. It's being at the top of the mountain after you've had to go through all this work to get there. So again, I mean, you have this with the Sun, the Empress. It's like, I feel like August, it may even be a month where you have already been doing this work of seeking the lesson and going within and reflecting and understanding things you've done and parts of yourself. And so in the month of August, you're getting to reap those rewards is what I'm hearing. I feel like Mercury retrograde for you may not even be a problem, or any of these other retrogrades. You may just be floating through it because you've already been doing so much work. Yeah. Yeah, Six of Swords. You've been doing it. You've been on top of it. Six of Swords is about moving from turbulent waters to calmer waters. You've been in this, you know, soul-searching, self-reflective discovery energy for a while now. This isn't anything new for you. This is what I mean by when I say, like, with retrogrades, if you've done the work or if you haven't done the work, it's going to come up, right? But if you have done some of the work that needs to be done for this cycle of your life, you're just going to be coasting through it. Retrogrades are for all of us who have shit that we haven't dealt with yet. I don't feel like you have that energy. You have really beautiful, light energy coming through for the month of August. Like I just feel like you've been working on yourself, and I feel like it shows in your energy. You know, there might be a little bit of lingering things. We do have the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck here, but I feel like that's what you've been healing. That's what I mean. Like you've been busy. You've been dealing with this stuff. You've been looking within. You've been looking into your past. And again, I don't even feel like it's been in like a super painful way, because, you know, sometimes we look at things from our past and it's painful to look at those things, and it brings up a lot of hurt and stuff we haven't dealt with in terms of needing to heal. But I don't even feel that from you. Like, I feel like there's been things that have hurt you, but I feel like you're not holding on to it. Like you're moving you're healing from it, you're moving forward from it, and you're coming through like learning these lessons, and just I love this energy for you. This is awesome. We're gonna get some oracle cards here. See what's happening for pile number 3 in the month of August. Damn. Okay. Have courage, let go of the old. Yeah, you have had courage to face this stuff within you, to let go of this stuff, let go of the old. You literally have the past card, the 6 of Cups, in your spread, but you're not holding on to it. I think that's the thing that's really beautiful about your energy. The way it's coming through is that you are not holding on to your past. You're not holding on to the pain from your past. You're looking at it to let go of it and to heal it, which is so transformative for you, and it's bringing you so much just calmer waters. You know, you're moving away, and that's not to say the stuff that you went through in your past, it could have been extremely painful. I mean, you do have the 3 of Swords, but I don't feel like you're carrying it, which is the important part. I feel like you probably feel a lot lighter if you resonate with this pile, and if you don't, then I feel like the month of August is when you're going to start feeling lighter. You're going, because you're doing the work. You know, you have courage. You're taking care of yourself. It's good. It's really good energy. Let's see. I don't feel like this is going to be a super long reading. This is honestly shorter than the other 2 I did, but it's because I feel like you are doing what you're supposed to do. It's like, what can I tell you? Because you've been working on it. You already know. You don't need me to tell you. You feel it. You're probably very intuitive. You're probably very wise. Not to give you a big ego or anything, but like, I feel like you are in touch with yourself. That's why you have this beautiful energy, because you're able to look back on all this stuff and be like, yeah, that's why this happened, and I felt these things, and this is why I'm not going to do that again, because I don't want to be in that energy anymore. Like, it's just very to the point. And it's not, the other 2 piles that I did were more in the still needing to heal, still needing to take some type of action phase. I feel like with your energy, you've already taken a lot of the action that needs to be taken, so you're just reaping the benefits. That was way too many cards, so I'm not taking those. What's happening for pile number 3 in the month of August? Once again, I'm not taking half the deck, so give me a few less than that. Okay, we have follow the moon and share your thoughts. Follow the moon, to me, this card represents follow your intuition, and I feel like you have. That's why you're in this energy of it not being that heavy for you in the month of August, because you've been seeking the lesson, you've been doing the healing work. Then you have share your thoughts. I feel like because you are in this very, almost want to say like enlightened type of energy, not that, just want to clarify, I'm not the type of person that believes in like, oh, you can completely transmute your ego and completely be done with healing work and it never bother you again. I think that's not realistic to the human experience. We're always going to go through stuff. It could be good for a while, something could pop up, we got to deal with it. That's just how it is. But I feel like because you are in such a lighthearted energy right now in your life, because you have done so much healing work, because you have done so much reflection and seeking the lessons and looking for wisdom, you could be finding yourself even spreading your wisdom to others in the month of August. This could be you know, telling people what you've learned, what you've gone through. You might find yourself in a position of helping others by giving advice from this situation that you've been through and you've learned lessons from. You could be the type of person that, you know, you work on yourself and then you like going and helping other people go through the same things. You know, you might be the type of person that likes using your wisdom to help others. I feel like that could be coming through with the share your thoughts card, and that could be why you're also doing a good job of clearing this karma here and figuring it all out, because that could be part of your life path. You know, you could be the type of person that's meant to go through things, but meant to see it in a higher perspective, so that way you can pass that wisdom on to others. And I'm also seeing, I'm being called to, with the seek the lesson card, this wolf has this, like, it almost looks like a third eye opening. And that's what I'm feeling from this card. Like, I feel like your third eye is open. You are very receptive to what the universe is giving to you right now. You are listening to it. You are making the appropriate changes. You are connected to spirit, to your intuition. Like I just said, follow the moon. To me, this speaks of intuitive things, because the moon is always associated with intuition and water signs who are naturally intuitive. Yeah, I feel like you're connected. Your crown chakra is probably open too. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting for you guys. Pawn number 3, like I feel like you got it. You don't need my help. You don't need anyone's help. You're doing great is what I'm hearing. Yeah, I just feel like the month of August is probably not going to be too bad for you in terms of like the retrogrades bringing up stuff, because I feel like you've already dealt with a lot of the stuff that needed to come up. And so I feel like for the month of August, you're just going to be, you may be watching everyone else in shambles trying to get their stuff figured out, because you're like, well, I did this stuff before all these retrogrades happened. I've already been working on this. That could be, I'm hearing that as well. Share your thoughts. That could be another thing. You may find yourself around other people in the month of August where they're going through all these retrogrades and they're having all this stuff come up for them. Ooh, is that thunder? I didn't even think it was supposed to storm. That distracted me. Yeah, that is thunder. All right. You may find yourself surrounded by other people. Like maybe you have friends or family or whatever, and they're going through it. Like the retrogrades are bringing up stuff for them. And because you're in such a calm, grounded place within your life, like you're able to give them your insight. You're able to give them your wisdom because you're able to be grounded and stable enough to help them. That could be another thing as well. That's what I'm hearing. Like, woo. Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna have to play this back and see if that was as loud on the video as it was on in here. Whew. That's some powerful energy though, to have. I've never done a reading with thunderstorms that loud in the background. So I feel like you got powerful energy too. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I don't want to be caught in my cabin during a thunderstorm. I probably need to get in my house. So like I said, I feel like you guys got it. You got beautiful energy coming in for August, and I love that for you. So that's awesome. I hope this reading resonated for you. This is another crack of thunder. I hope this reading resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, then you can contact me. I do online readings. I also do in-person readings for local people. If not, that's totally fine. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye.